Too loud? I'll be, as soon as I'm done this, I'll be back up there, so. Jacob, hey. Where's Katie's at? Katie's draft. Where is it?
guess the speakers, the microphone isn't working.
Prior to today's starting lineups, we'd like to take a moment to recognize 9 Ranger student athletes who will be playing their final home games in a Northwestern uniform this weekend. Up first is a 4-year member of the Ranger softball program, and Audrey Estes. Audrey has been a vital contributor behind the plate for all 4 years of her career, seeing action in a total of 139 games throughout her 4 years as a Ranger. She has posted a career-high batting average of .247 during this past season and started a cumulative 120 games behind the plate throughout her career. Estes will graduate with a degree in biology and minor in health and sports science, and says her favorite memory as a Ranger was sneaking into Jordan Hand's basement to scare her, during which time the prank was successful, but Peyton Garrett had split her head open in the process of scaring her and had to spend 4 hours in the ER getting staples in her head. She is being escorted today by her parents Scott and Isabel and her twin Brooke. Ladies and gentlemen, a 4-year Ranger from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 1, Audrey Estes. Our next senior, Peyton Garrett, has also been the heart and soul of the softball program throughout her 4-year career in Alva. She has played in 194 games throughout her 4-year career and has posted a career-high batting average of .250 during her senior season. Garrett has made 120 starts for Black and Red and was recently named the recipient of the Ranger Award for the entire Northwestern Oklahoma State Athletic Department. Her favorite memory as a Ranger was the 13-inning game against Arkansas Monticello that the Rangers won due to their heart and determination. That is something that Garrett says she will never forget. She is being escorted today by her father Brian, her mother Cindy, and her sister Peter.
Hey Jay, scoot back, I can't pick you up.
Oklahoma, number 2, Peyton Garrett.
I don't know, for some reason someone told me to scoot up or something.
But her presence at the plate has been felt early and often in her career. Brittany Corrales joined the softball program after a 2-year career at Seward County College and led the team with a batting average of .302 a season ago. Corrales has totaled the most amount of hits with 84 during her 2-year stretch of her career, and says her favorite memory as a Ranger was when after practice one day she walked over to put the hose in the pipe, and the pipe broke and exploded all over her in the field play. She is being escorted today by her dad Howard Corrales and her boyfriend Rontes Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'1" senior from Greeley, Colorado, number 3, Brittany Corrales. Our next senior this afternoon will be Jordan Sutton, who joined the Rangers after a 2-year junior college career. Jordan has posted a career batting average of .272 during her seasons in the Black and Red, and has posted the second best average on the squad so far this season at .297. She has hit 5 home runs over the course of her career, and says her favorite memory as a Ranger is when the team was taping the field on a very windy field, and she got caught under the turf while Maddie G and Jelena were picked up into the air by the sun. She is being escorted today by her parents Marty and Michaela, as well as her sisters Donna and brother-in-law Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'3" senior from Independence, Kansas, number 4, Jordan Sutton.
Jay,
McGraw.
Our next senior has seen a time in a program record 195 games throughout her storied Ranger career. Madison McGraw has been a consistent member of the program for all 4 years of her Ranger career and set the program record for appearances earlier this season with 195 total games. A career 280 hitter, McGraw earned an honorable mention all-conference recognition during both her sophomore and junior seasons. She totaled 39 doubles while also hitting 16 home runs and recorded a grand total of 74 RBIs in the Ranger uniform. She says her favorite memory of her career this season was when the team had its very own bench warmers moment where Macy's Madewell got hit with the pitch that scored Maddie Parrott for the game-winning run. Maddie crossed home plate, and Macy still hadn't moved and took forever to get their pitch so they could finally officially win the game.
Hey, I messed up the order. It's Macy now.
She is being escorted today by her parents and Linda and Greg, as well as her sister Sam, cousin Taylor, and Nana and Poppy. Maddie has a message from Mom and Dad. Don't be sad it's over, be glad it happened. Ladies and gentlemen, the most most active player in Ranger softball history, a 5'7" senior from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Madison McGraw. Our next senior is currently on the field this afternoon, Macy Maybell, who joined the team after a 2-year career at Northeast Texas Community College. Macy has provided power in the heart of the Ranger order and has led the team in both their seasons in the black and red with 9 and 8 home runs. She has also produced 46 RBIs during her career and was recently named the Female Senior Athlete of the Year for her efforts this season. She says her favorite memory of the Ranger was when the team was trying to water the practice field and the water thing, in her own words, exploded all over Brittany. Yeehaw! She is being escorted today by her mother, Marcia Cunningham, stepdad, John Cunningham, and her grandma, Nancy Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen,
Lost it again. Hey, we lost it again. Who are you on? Macy is being escorted today by her mother, Marcia Cunningham, stepdad, John Cunningham, and her grandma, Nancy Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'3" senior from Paris, Texas, number 7, Macy Madewell.
The speaker just went on here.
The next senior that will play this weekend in her final series at Northwestern will be Katie Bell. Katie joined the team following her career at Des Moines Area Community College and has appeared in 71 games over the course of 2 seasons. Her contributions to the Ranger defense have been stellar throughout her career, as she posted the fielding average of .980 and consistently put together solid defensive efforts. Katie says some of her favorite memories as a Ranger include getting her first home run as a Ranger, attending church dinner every Wednesday night, and running around the infield during the East Central game looking for someone to tag out after the 3rd out of the inning, when in fact they had already had 3 outs because the runner was out 3rd from leaving the bag early. She is being escorted today by her brother Dustin and her fiance Cole Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'2" senior from Bixby, Oklahoma, number 10, Katie Bell. The next senior has been a vital piece of Ranger softball success inside the circle and has posted her name in the Ranger record books with her performances. Madison Garza threw the first no-hitter in program history since becoming an NCAA Division II school last year against Arkansas, Minnesota, and has been in the circle for a total of 290 innings during her career. She has struck out 245 batters throughout those games and has thrown a total of 24 complete games during her 3 years in the Black Red. She was named the Northwestern Oklahoma State Athletic Department's Female Athlete of the Year recipient last season, and was named an honorable mention all-conference performer as well. She says receiving those honors as well as the crazy times on the bus and meeting her fiancé Steven have been some of her favorite memories of the Ranger. She also says one of her favorite yet most embarrassing moments was falling on her face during the ice storm and rewatching the video over and over again with her team. She is being escorted today by her parents Mike and Nico Garza as well as her grand Judy. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'4" senior from Edna, Texas, number 15, Madison Garza. The next senior also played 2 seasons at Des Moines Area Community College and has put together a successful 2-year career for the Rangers. Maddie Parrott has played and started in exactly 100 games in the Black and Red prior to this weekend series, and sports a career batting average of 289. She has picked up the top 70 at the plate this season and leads the team in multiple offensive categories, including home runs, hits, and RBIs. Parrott says her favorite memory of the 2 years has been the Macy Madewell benchwarmers moment and how she got to witness it firsthand by crossing the plate for the winning run. She is being escorted today by her mother Carrie, her stepfather Ryan Jackson, and her father Brett Parrott. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5'7" senior from Indianola, Indiana, number 17, Maddie Parrott. And one more special person we would like to recognize is 2-year undergraduate assistant for athletic training, Katie Drashner, who's been with the team for 2 years and is a valuable member of the Rangers softball team. Fans, let's hear it one more time for your 2018 seniors.
Hey, switch cameras too. Okay. Oh my god.
Or you got it?
That was complete. That was bad. That was very bad. In all types of ways.
Don't do what I did.
Excuse me.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. And with that, we welcome you to live coverage of Ranger softball here on RideRangersRide.com. I'm Ryan Shoemaker with Northwestern Athletics. I will be providing you play-by-play coverage of today's doubleheader action between the Harding Lady Bisons and the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers in the final home stand and the final home games for your Northwestern Ranger softball team this afternoon. Northwestern took both games to move up in the series 2-0 by final scores of 4-0 and 2-1 yesterday, as the Rangers moved their overall record to 16-32 on the season, including a 15-27 record in conference play, while the Harding Bisons, who have already clinched their spot in the Great American Conference postseason tournament, fell a few spots to the 6th seed as we enter today's contest with their record at 29-21 overall and 21-19 in the Great American Conference. We will set the stage for today's matchup with starting lineups when we return here on RideRangersRide.com. And welcome back to coverage of today's live softball action from the Alva Rec Complex. We will pause for just a moment for the national anthem and return with today's starting lineups. And today we will take a look at today's starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visitors of Harding University, batting leadoff, number 28, Maddie Trump, the second baseman. Hitting second in today's order, the right fielder, number 7, Peyton Mills. Hitting cleanup will be the catcher, number 12, Briley Faringa. Hitting fourth will be shortstop, number 24, Madison Leggett. Playing first base, number 11, Amanda Fields. Playing third base, number 1, Caitlin Gordon. Playing left field, number 14, Aiden Nichols. And playing center field, number 2, Kendall Pirtle. Rounding out the lineup for the Lady Bisons will be the designated player, number 40, Katie Carney. Taking a look at the starting lineup for your Rangers, who lead the series 2-0 after 2 victories late yesterday afternoon. Hitting leadoff will be the first baseman, number 17, Maddie Parrott. Following her will be the third baseman, number 3, Brittany Corrales. The shortstop, number 4, Jordan Sutton. Center fielder, number 8, Maddie McGraw. The right fielder, number 7, Macy Madewell. The catcher, number 1, Audrey Estes. The designated player, number 22, Morgan Kirk. The second baseman, number 10, Katie Bell. And rounding out the lineup in the 9-hole will be the left fielder, Peyton Garrett. With the festivities honoring today's 9 seniors over, we will turn our attention back to softball here at the Northwestern Alva Rec Complex, as Carly Murray will get the start on the mound today. The junior out of Hinton, Oklahoma, was phenomenal yesterday in her start, going 7 innings, giving up just 2 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and striking out 9 batters along the way. And our apologies for those technical difficulties as we are underway here in Alva on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Leadoff hitter for the Lady Bisons will ground one over to the shortstop, Jordan Sutton, who will make the put out at first. First out of the inning for the Rangers. That will bring up the right fielder, number 7, Peyton Mills. Game with a batting average of .358 as Murray will shoot one in there for a strike here to move ahead in the count 0-1. Murray will miss in there for a strike. ahead of yet another Lady Bison's batter with the count at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Murray delivers and misses outside. It'll get past the catcher Estes. Being done as hitting batter Trump was retired earlier in the first inning. As mentioned earlier, Murray was phenomenal in her appearance yesterday, picking up the win, going 7 innings, giving up 6 hits, just 1 run, 1 earned run, walking 1 batter and striking out 5 along the way. The only earned run that she gave up was by way of a solo home run to left field, which would be the only run, as that one would be poked through the right side of the infield to the right fielder Macy Madewell, who will get the ball back into the infield as the Lady Bisons have their first base runner of the afternoon here, as Mills will trot down to first base with a single, bringing up Briley Faringa, the catcher, number 12. Plate as Murray will get set with her first base runner on of the afternoon. Faringa hitting .318 on the season. Totaled 14 RBIs so far as Murray misses just outside for ball 1. Faringa will dig back in. Murray takes the signal from the catcher Estes, rocks and fires. Right down the middle as the runner goes, and she will slide into second safely. Peyton Mills steals her 18th base of the season. Tops in the Great American Conference. Now the Bisons will threaten with a runner in scoring position as Mills stands on second. Murray will go back to work. Swing and a miss on a hard swing by Faringa. Go back to work here, rock and fire, and miss just low. Count will move to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murray rocks, fires, delivers. Inside, and that will be a walk. Murray will issue just her second walk of the weekend. Second start here at the Alvarette Complex. Rangers ahead in the series 2-0 here over the Bisons. Madison Leggett, the shortstop number 24, will step in. First pitch for a strike to move, or for a ball, to move the count to 1-0. Runners on first and second, as Faringa will stand on first, Mills on second, Murray on the mound, Leggett at the plate, as that one is in the dirt for a ball. Mills thought about going, but Estes made a good stop there, requiring her to get back to second. Rangers still battling for a spot in the Great American Conference postseason tournament. They will have to win both games this afternoon, plus have a little help from the East Central Tigers, set to get their series underway after a rain delay yesterday. Hopes of head coach Jill Webb and her squad making their first ever Great American Conference postseason tournament are still alive here as they find themselves in trouble in the top half of the first inning. Murray gets reset, takes a signal, rocks, fires, misses outside. That will now be a 3-1 count on the batter, Leggett. Danger of walking it here and getting the bases loaded in the top half of the first, as Leggett will pop one up to right field, and it will be caught by Madewell. He will quickly get the ball back in to the infield, not allowing the runner on second, Mills, to advance to third, and that will be the crucial second out of the inning That will be a put out of Leggett. Amanda Fields, number 11, the first baseman, will step in with runners on first and second here in the top half of the first. She will hit a line shot foul right at the Northwestern dugout. Looks like everybody is going to be okay. That was a hard hit ball. Mills, the student assistant, will readjust her sitting after that ball. But the count will go to 0-1 as Murray has finally gotten ahead of a Bison's hitter here early on in this game. As that one will also be fouled off on the off-speed pitch. She quickly moves 0-2 in the count. Hitting 254 on the year as a pop one up high to the center fielder, Madison McGraw, who will make the play. And that will be the end of the inning as Carly Murray avoids walking a single to not allow a run as the Rangers will give up just one hit, no runs, no errors as we move to the bottom half of the first inning. You're watching live Rangers softball on RideRangersRide.com. And welcome back to the Alva Rec Complex for today's action between the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers and the Lady Bisons of Harding University. We get set for the bottom half of the first inning. Harding threatened with two base runners in the top half, but was unable to get any runs across. As Amanda Berry, the right-hander, will step in and get the start as she slings her first pitch across for a strike to the leadoff batter, Maddie Parrott. Maddie Parrott in the two games yesterday was 3 for 6 and also scored 4 runs, knocking a ball over the left field fence for one of 2 home runs on the day for the Rangers. An RBI as well as count moves to 1-1 on Parrott. Berry saw action in both games yesterday and has appeared in 29 contests for Lady Bisons and head coach Phil Berry's team. She will sport an ERA of 3.12. The pitch will miss outside. Up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count as Berry delivers. Just inside. That moves the count full at 3-2. 3-2 pitch, Berry on the mound, Parrott at the plate. In the bottom half of the first inning, as that is right down the middle and smoked by Parrott, but it will be caught by the shortstop, number 24, Leggett. That will be the first out of the inning. That will bring up the third baseman, number 3, Brittany Corrales. Corrales was 0 for 3 yesterday. 2 games, but she did draw a walk, striking out 1 time as she will foul off the first pitch to move the count to 0-1. Mentioned Berry has appeared in 29 games. She has thrown 121 innings, given up 140 hits, 58 runs, 54 earned runs, 34 walks, struck out 65 batters, and has surrendered 5 home runs so far this year. She gets moves ahead of Brittany Corrales. 0-2 count. As mentioned, she appeared in both games yesterday in relief of the starting pitchers for the Bisons. Worked well against the Rangers. To Berry, giving her the nod for the start in today's Game 3, the first of our 2 games here at the Alva Recreational Complex, as Corrales will swing on and miss. Looks like she got a of it as the count will move to 1-2. Berry gets the signal. Brock, fire, deliver. A slow breaking ball that will miss outside. Count moves even at 2-2. Corrales battling hard here, looking for her first hit of the series. Corrales has a hard hit ball deep to left field, and that ball is out of here for a solo shot by Brittany Corrales. She will round them all and touch home plate, and the Rangers will move ahead 1-0. One of 9 seniors here that will be honored throughout the day by the Rangers gets it done with a solo home run. We now have a 1-0 ball game here in Alva. That will be Corrales' 3rd home run of the season. Northwestern once again takes the early lead, as they did in both games yesterday, putting the pressure on a very good Harding Bisons squad. Shortstop number 4, Jordan Sutton, will step in and take the first pitch outside for a ball. No doubt on that Corrales solo shot to left field. Battled hard after being down 0-2 in the count. Put a ball deep over the left field fence, as that ball to Sutton will miss just outside. Berry falls behind 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. We have our first run on the board by way of a Corrales home run to left field. Berry will now deliver to Sutton. She will foul one off behind home plate. Sutton enters the day hitting .302 in her 45 games played. She has started in 36 of those, bouncing back between a role at shortstop and the designated player. Two-one count for a ball, and moving ahead 3-1 into the hitter's count, as the Rangers will look to build upon this lead here with just 1 out in the bottom half of the first inning, following the Brittany Corrales solo shot to left field, as Berry will deliver, and Sutton hits the ball right back up the middle, and that will be the second hit of the afternoon for the Rangers, as the center fielder Pirtle will corral it and get it back into the infield, as Jordan Sutton has her first hit of the day, a single, and her 3rd hit of the series, as she is now 3 for 6 throughout the 3 games here between the Rangers and the Bisons. Northwestern looking to extend their 1-0 lead, as senior Madison McGraw will step in, the center fielder number 8, a 4-year Ranger and the most active player in Ranger softball history, as Sutton will take off when the ball is thrown from the catcher to the shortstop, and Sutton will slide just under the tag for a stolen base. I think that kind of caught everybody off guard, as Sutton, not normally a player to be very aggressive on the base path. That just her 3rd stealless attempt of the season, but she has converted on all 3 of them. Coach Webb goes with the aggressive mentality here early on in this game in the bottom half of the first inning. Runner now in scoring position, 1 out. Here will go back to work and misses just strike zone there. Count ahead to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Madison McGraw, the batter. Battle one off there for the first base dugout. Live. Starting starter Amanda Berry. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on second. Jordan Sutton followed up the Brittany Crowley solo shot with a single up the middle. As that ball missed just outside, and the count evens at 2-2. Madison McGraw has been a perennial producer here in Alva throughout her 4-year Ranger career. She enters this series with a .282 batting average. 2 for 6 yesterday with 2 RBIs from the 4 spot in the lineup as she will face the 2-2 pitch from Berry. That is a hard hit ball to the third baseman, Gordon, who will turn and make the play for the out. Sutton at second base, as that will be the second out of the inning, a 5-3 put out. Draw for the second out of the inning. Maddie Parrott led things off here in the first with a pop up to the shortstop, but Brittany Corrales quickly turned the tables and had a solo shot to left field, followed by a single and a stolen base by Sutton. You just saw the 5-3 put out of McGraw to get us to this point here, as right fielder Macy Madewell will look at a pitch. Another senior. 9 seniors, as I mentioned earlier, that will be recognized over the weekend as Berry will rock and fire and deliver just outside. Set here. Berry rocks, fires, swung on and missed by Madewell. She took a hard hack at that one. Now be that ball is fouled off. So that'll be 2 strikes now on Madewell. Count moves even at 2-2 here with Sutton on second. Macy Madewell at the plate. The Rangers struck early with a solo shot from Brittany Corrales to move ahead 1-0 as Berry delivers. And it is swung on way out of the zone. And that will be strike 3 for the third out of the inning. Northwestern jumps ahead in this one early, however, as Brittany Corrales hit a solo shot over the left field fence. So we will now move to the second frame of our first game here. Doubleheader action between the Bisons and the Rangers. You are listening to live softball here on RideRangersRide.com. We will get things started here in the top half of the second inning as Caitlin Gordon, the third baseman, number 1, will step in and take the first pitch strike against Ranger starter Carly Murray. Harding will look to answer after Brittany Crowlis put the Rangers one ahead with a solo shot as that ball is popped up, but foul. Harding Bisons continue to stay behind the hard-throwing Carly Murray out of Hinton, Oklahoma. Both Ranger pitchers have found success here against a talented Harding Bisons lineup, giving up a combined just 1 earned run yesterday. 8 hits through the 2 games. The defense was solid as well behind them as that pitch will miss just outside. Count moves to 1-2. Murray trying to get a quick out here of Gordon, third baseman, one of many freshmen in this Harding Bisons lineup as that ball is hit out hard to right center, but will be caught by the right fielder Macy Madewell. Manny McGraw also back there in support. First out of the inning and the 5th retired batter of the afternoon for Murray, who will deal to 6th hole right fielder Aiden Nichols, number 14. And a hard hit ball just past her into the outfield. Covered and thrown in by Maddie McGraw, but the Bisons have their second hit of the afternoon. Single right up the middle by Aiden Nichols. One out single will put her at first base with number 2, Kendall Pirtle, the center fielder, stepping in here. Left-handed batter. Another freshman out of Bixby, Oklahoma. She will take a first ball from Murray as the count sets at 0-1 with 1 out, runner on first. Rangers got a early lead in the bottom half of the first with a Brittany Corrales solo shot as Murray will deliver it. A bunt is laid down. It is fielded by Corrales, who throws over quickly to the first baseman Parrott as the sacrifice bunt. Laid down successfully, but we have a runner out at second. Nope. Excuse me. I believe she was out of the batter's box before she made contact, so that will be an out. Bring up the second out of the inning as head coach Bill Berry will definitely have a talk with the umpire. I believe that's what was called as she bunted it out of the batter's box. Can't be for certain. Positioning out here in center field from the Ranger Bodie production truck. But regardless, that will be the second out of the inning, and that will bring up the designated player number 40, Katie Carney. A first pitch ball as the sacrifice bunt from Aiden Nichols was unsuccessful. Kendall Pirtle, Aiden Nichols, they were trying to move Aiden Nichols over to second as Murray will deliver in there for strike 1 as the count evens up at 1-1. 2 outs in the top half of the second inning. Murray gave up the 1 out single, but a sacrifice bunt was unsuccessful, leading to the second out of the inning here. She will deliver low and inside. The ball was in the dirt, but a nice stop by senior Audrey Estes. That being said a lot this afternoon as 9 seniors here that will be playing their final home stand at the Arc. Murray takes the signal, winds, fires, and swung on and missed on a hard swing from Carney. She now moves the count to even at 2-2. Nice pitch on a trailing fastball by Carly Murray, the junior out of Hinton, Oklahoma. Beautifully in her 2 appearances over the series, and she'll be looking to get out of this one as well as she deals. Fires and swung on and missed, and that will be a strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. Murray retires the 1 through 9 batters here with the top half of their lineup due. Top half of the 3rd. Before that, we will move to the bottom half of the 2nd inning here. Audrey Estes, the senior, due up. Morgan Kirk, Katie Bell will follow. You are watching live Ranger Softball on RideRangersRide.com. That to go here in the bottom half of the 2nd with Estes, Kirk, and Bell due up for the Rangers as the offense got going early thanks to a solo home run from Brittany Corrales. Batter of the afternoon as we will get our 2nd look at the starter Madison Amanda Berry, as that will be a single to right field for senior Audrey Estes on the first pitch. The aggressive approach at the plate pays off, as she takes that high fastball inside and drives it straight to right field. And we have our first base runner and our 3rd hit here of the afternoon for the Rangers. Up the designated player Morgan Kirk, who 0 for 2 in yesterday's matchup. She will lay down a bunt who will be fielded by the first baseman, thrown over to the second baseman, Trump, for the out, but the sacrifice bunt by Kirk is complete. Estes will move over into scoring position with just 1 out. Fundamental softball there by the Rangers on a good call from Coach Webb. Bring up number 10, Katie Bell, the second baseman. Had a good outing yesterday. Was 2 for 4 on the afternoon. That included a double and another senior Des Moines area community college transfer. Pinch runner looks like they will come on here for the Rangers. I believe that will be Madison Chittenden. Katie Bell will get set to get underway here against the starting pitcher from Harding, Amanda Berry. Bell digs in. Berry, like all Harding pitchers, takes a little bit of time to receive the signal as she rocks fires. Inside, it was pulled over to the third baseman, Gordon, who will make the play, but the runner does advance to third as Bell gets her job done. 5-3 put out with Chittenden going over to third base. Pinch running for Estes, who got on with a leadoff single. So 2 outs. Senior Peyton Garrett, the left fielder number 2, will step in here with a runner on first base, the pinch runner Madison Chittenden. Square off here with Amanda Berry, who will rock and fire. Get the first pitch across for a ball as the count moves to 1-0. Rangers took both games yesterday, looking to add on a 1-0 lead here as they are fighting for their Great American Conference tournament life, as there is still some possibility that they make it, barring a sweep here of the Bisons and some help from the East Central Tigers, as that one is a check swing. Good for strike number 1 as the count evens up at 1-1. But all that the Rangers can control is the outcome of today's games, and they are off to a good start. They played probably their best full day of softball yesterday. There have been games where they've looked better, but probably not a full day against a very good, young, talented Harding Bison's team. Mandaberry misses that outside, moving the count to 2-1. Garrett, one of the many seniors playing their final game here, day here at the Arc. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day here in Alva. Light winds, probably 75 degrees as Berry will rock and fire. That one is fouled off. His count evens up at 2-2. That has been noticeable here throughout this series as the Harding pitchers do move very methodically. Looks like they receive their signals straight from the dugout, not from the catcher, before they even toe the rubber. Berry will fire. Just fouled down the third base line by Garrett as she stays alive with count 2-2. Runner on third as the leadoff single from Audrey Estes looks to be cashed in here by the senior Peyton Garrett. With a 2-2 count, Berry will rock and fire outside, just a bit outside with the off-speed breaking ball. As the count moves full at 3-2, Garrett stays alive. Berry trying to score Madison Chittenden, who pinch ran for Audrey Estes, who produced the leadoff single earlier in the inning. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Check swing, and she went, and that will be strike number 3 for the third out. So the leadoff single does no damage to the Bisons as we move to the top half of the third inning with the score Northwestern 1, Harding Bison 0. You are watching live Rangers softball on RideRangersRide.com. Welcome back here to the Alva Recreational Complex as we move to the top half of the third inning. Maddie Trump, the second baseman, number 28, will lead things off here against Ranger starter Carly Murray, and that one is roped to left field, but a sliding catch by Peyton Garrett as she makes the out. What a nice play, congratulated by her teammate Maddie McGraw, both seniors playing their final day here at the Arc, and that was a highlight reel catch for the first out of the inning as the Bisons will look to get things going here with the top half of their lineup in the top of the third. Peyton Mills, number 7, the right fielder, will step in. Their leading hitter on the season. That ball is hit hard to left field as Garrett will make the play once again. Second putout of the inning, as all of a sudden Murray has quickly gotten 2 outs here, conserving that pitch count. 3-hole number 12, Briley Faringa, the catcher, will step in for the Harding Bisons. Looks to quickly get the 1-2-3 batters for Harding out on the top half of this third inning, as that one catches the outside corner for a strike 1. Opens at 0-1. Murray continuing to keep these Harding Bison batters off balance. She tries to sneak that one into the inside corner. Just misses as the count will even at 1-1. Faringa, a sophomore out of Glendale, Arizona, attended Cactus High School. 5'4" righty. 1 year of experience at Harding. That one misses as well. The count will move to 2-1. Discussion there from the home plate umpire. And it looks like the count will be 1-2. A little bit of confusion in the press box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murray looking to go 1-2-3 in the inning. She will deliver. And that ball is battled off by Faringa as we will reset and do it again. This would be a huge momentum carrying inning here for the junior right-hander. She will have retired the 1 through 3 batters in order. Said earlier, a talented lineup, but she will deliver. And that ball is hit hard to left field. Garrett is back, and that ball is out of here on the 1-2 count. That will be a solo shot that will tie up the game. Briley Faringa with the home run to left field on a ball that she just picked up off the dirt. All of a sudden, we have a tie ball game, and that's how quickly things can change here in this game, as it looked like Murray was just cruising right along, about to retire the 1 through 3 hitters in order when a nice pitch was picked up off the dirt and hit over the left field fence by Briley Faringa. All of a sudden, we have a tie game. Score at 1-1, so that will bring up number 24, the shortstop Madison Leggett. There with 2 outs in the top half of the third inning. That will be swung on and missed as Murray works ahead in the count, visibly showing a little bit of frustration after that solo shot by Faringa. Good pitch. There wasn't much more she could do. She receives the signals from the catcher Estes and delivers outside. Oh, in there. Generous call by the home plate umpire as the count moves to 0-2. Against number 24, Madison Leggett. Coach Berry was not very happy with some of the officiating of yesterday's game, so that will be something to monitor as Murray tries to go to the same spot but misses outside. His count moves to 1-2. 1-1 here in the top half of the third inning at the Alva Recreational Complex. Harding answered with a 2-out solo shot to left field after Brittany Crowless opened things up in the bottom of the first with the solo home run. As that one has popped up in foul territory, second baseman Katie Bell tracks it all the way to the fence but is unable to get there in time as she will get the ball back in play, and we will do it again with the count 1-2. Leggett, one of 3 batters that entered the day with a above 300 batting average. She is hitting .303 as she has played and started in all 50 games for the Bisons as a check swing. Hiring staff will say that she held on. Have checked down to the first base umpire. She says she does not go, so the count will move to 2-2. Murray will fire, and that is a pop-up deep to center field, and that ball is off the fence and caught by Madison McGraw. An unbelievable catch I couldn't really see what happened, but that was right at the Bodie production trailer for Ranger Athletics, so I'm not sure what happened, but I heard fence, I heard cheering, and so that will be the third out of the inning. We will have to reset here. Everybody in the production trailer was ducking. That will be the third out as Harding does tie up the ball game 1-1 as we move to the bottom half of the third. You're listening to Ranger Softball on RideRangersRide.com. After the spectacular catch from Madison McGraw against the fence, she looked like she ran into the fence pretty hard. That will bring up the top half of the Ranger lineup here. In the bottom half of the third, Maddie Parrott set to go. Popped up to the shortstop back in the first inning. We'll look to get things started as the game is now tied at 1-1. As a hard hit ball right to the second baseman. A nice snag by Trump. She has played spectacular over there at second base in all three games. That is a quick out. The three put out of Parrott. That will bring up Brittany Corrales, who put the first run on the board back in the bottom half of the first with a solo shot to left field. And that will miss just low here to Corrales. Count moves to 1-0 here with one out in the bottom half of the third as Berry will wind and deliver, missing outside in the dirt. Infield collapsed like there was going to be a play at second, even though there's not a runner at first, so that was interesting. But Amanda Berry will get reset here against Brittany Corrales, who, like I said, put the run on the board for the Rangers and will miss just outside. Catcher Faringa will like to take a moment here take a minute and talk to Berry. Corrales will dig back in. Pitch, and Corrales squares like she's going to bunt, but she does not and draws the walk. Serve as the first base runner of the inning for the Rangers, drawing the one-out walk here, which will bring up Jordan Sutton, the shortstop number 4, who had a single up the middle in her first at-bat. Sutton is 3 for 6 on the series, scoring a run back in game number 1. Berry will toe the rubber, rock fire, and deliver high. Faringa threatened Corrales to get back to first. 1-0. Berry will deliver right down the middle as that will even up the count at 1-1 to Jordan Sutton. Sutton, the senior, a junior college transfer, getting her first 2 seasons at Coffeyville Community College. Alva to finish out her last 2 seasons. Berry will deliver, and that is a pop fly. Looks like it is deep to right field, and that will be caught by the right fielder Nichols for the second out of the inning. That will bring up senior Madison McGraw, who grounded out to the third baseman back in the first, but did make this spectacular catch in the top half of the third inning along the fence out here in right center, just in front of the production trailer for Northwestern Athletics. She will dig in with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. She will line one right back up the middle. That will be a 2-out single, moving Crowless over to second. We now have runners on first and second. Here with 2 outs, the Rangers trying to take back the advantage after a solo shot from Harding. And the top half of this third inning evened up the game. Shot coming from the catcher, Briley Faringa. 3-hole hitter during an inning in which Murray had 2 quick outs and had Faringa down 0-2 in the count, but a nice piece of hitting from her evened up this game. That will bring up senior Macy Madewell with 2 outs here. She will dig in after striking out back in the first and foul off the first pitch to fall behind the count 0-1. Draw on first, Crowless on second, Madewell at the plate, Amanda Berry on the mound. Her third game in which she has seen action here in this series as she misses outside. The count moves to 1-1. Madewell will take the signals from head coach Jill Webb in her first full season as the head Ranger softball coach. Berry delivers. That ball is popped up to the infield after a couple Harding Bisons looked like they were going to make the play. The first baseman Fields finally does, and that will be the third out as the 1-out walk and then the 2-out single for McGraw does no good as the game is still tied at 1-1. We're moving to the top half of the fourth here in Alva. Northwestern 1, Harding 1. You're watching live softball on RideRangersRide.com. And we are set to go here in the top half of the fourth as Fields, Gordon, and Nichols for Harding are due up against the Rangers starter Carly Murray. With the game tied at 1-1 as that ball is lined hard down the third base line and foul. Fields flew out to center field in her first at bat back in the first. Line in the count 0-1 to Carly Murray. Pair of solo shots for either team have led us to this right now, as that is a hard hit ball down the third base line. Looks like it is going to be just foul. Straighten one out as she has started out this at bat with 2 hard hit balls down the third base side, both of them going foul. Her falling down in the count 0-2 to Carly Murray. 0-2 count as Murray looks to get yet another quick first out. retired the first batter in each of the first 3 innings. That one misses just outside, trying to get her to chase. As Fields, a freshman out of Little Elm, Texas, 5'9". Her first season in the Harding Lady Bison's uniform. Murray delivers outside, and that is in there for strike number 3. The 4th consecutive first batter to be retired in the inning for Carly Murray. That one by way of strikeout. Second of the afternoon. Continues to roll right along. Once again, in that last inning, she had 2 outs, but a solo shot from Riley Faringa tied up the game as Kaylin Gordon, the third baseman, will step in and hit a ball. And will be just a pop-up as it got up in the wind. That will be a quick second out. And that will bring up Aiden Nichols, number 14, the right fielder. She had a single back in the second. It started out a weird play in which Kendall Pirtle tried to lay down a bunt, which she did successfully, but was called out back in the second because she was out of the batter's box. Nichols will be looking to get back on base as she fouls that one off and falls behind in the count 0-1. Nichols, a sophomore, native of Brandon, Mississippi. She did transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Murray delivers. That is a hot fly over out of play over the first base Harding dugout. Continues to battle here with 2 strikes on the at-bat. 1-2 count. 2 outs here. And that is lined to the second baseman, Bell, who picks it up and makes the play over to the first baseman, Maddie Parrott. And that is a quick 3 outs for Carly Murray as we'll move to the 5th inning with our ball game still tied at 1-1. You're watching live Ranger Softball on RideRangersRide.com. And welcome back. We are set to go here in the bottom half of the 4th inning as Audrey Estes, the senior 4-year Ranger, will get things started. Score of our game at 1-1. She takes the first pitch high for ball number 1. Estes singled in her lone at bat back in the second, got all the way to third base for a strikeout to Peyton Garrett. Ended the threat as she will take a second pitch strike, evens up the count at 1-1. Estes has been a vital member of this Ranger program throughout her career. She has been last year, I believe she caught just about every game. As anybody that knows baseball or softball knows, that is not a very easy feat. She will line one over to the third baseman, Gordon, who will quickly make the play over to the first baseman, Fields, for the first out of the inning. A 5-3 put out of Estes. Bringing up the designated player, number 22, Morgan Kirk, who laid down a successful sacrifice bunt to move Estes over back in the second. Face off here against Harding starter Amanda Berry, who will rock, fire, and deliver outside as the count moves to 1-0. Kirk, a junior college that ball is lined past the shortstop. Actually got past the third baseman and then just dribbled by the outstretched arms of the shortstop Leggett for a single. Morgan Kirk gets on base as we have a one-out single, bringing up Katie Bell, the second baseman, who grounded out to the third baseman back in the second inning. She will step in here against Berry with a runner on first base. Berry winds and delivers, and Bell lays down a bunt as it is thrown over, but not successful as the first baseman, the player on first, the second baseman, Trump, jumped off the bag to make the catch, and Bell lays down the bunt and gets on as now runners are on first and second base. We'll see how that one is scored. Nevertheless, Kirk is at second, Bell at first. We've got just one out here in the top half of the fourth inning. The Rangers looking to move ahead. Game tied at 1-1. We are awaiting the official scoring of that one. Harding will little conference going on the mound to address what just happened on the defensive breakdown. Coach Phil Berry has said his piece to his team after that one, and we will get reset here with Peyton Garrett, the senior left fielder, at the plate with runners on first and second. Katie Bell laid down the bunt and advanced to first, moving Kirk over after her single to second to set the stage for this at bat. As another bunt will be laid down, this time picked up, fielded, and cleanly fielded, by the third baseman, Gordon, for the second out of the inning, but both base runners do advance as Bell moves to second. Kirk over to third. Stack bunt for Garrett for the second out of the inning as Maddie Parrott, number 17, the shortstop, who leads the team in batting average, entering today with a .345 average, steps up to the plate. She was 3 for 6 yesterday, scoring 4 runs, including a home run of her own, as she will take that first pitch in there for strike number 1. Wide strike zone continues for the home plate umpire. Garrett popped up to the shortstop in the first, and then dribbled it over to the second baseman in the third, as she'll be looking for her first at bat of the afternoon. That one misses just outside. Count to 2-1. Runners on second and third here with 2 outs. The score is 1-1. Both teams have a single solo home run, both of them being to left field. That one will miss outside, bringing the count to 3-1. Solo home run for the Rangers coming back in the bottom half of the first by Brittany Corrales, answered by a solo shot from the catcher Briley Faringa of Harding. Top half of the third. Berry delivers, and that one misses outside. I thought that was going to be for ball 4, but I guess that moves it just to 3-1. Kirk stands at third. Katie Bell at second. Berry, the pitcher, will deliver. That one misses outside for ball number 4, and that will walk the bases loaded. Barrett draws the walk, and that will bring up Brittany Corrales, who I mentioned just a minute ago, got the scoring started in the bottom half of the first with a solo home run to left field. And in her second at-bat of the first game of this doubleheader, she drew a walk, advanced over to second before Macy Madewell flew out to the first baseman, as that will miss low for ball number 1. That will be the 6th consecutive ball tossed by the Harding Bison. Amanda Berry, the Western dugout, will let her know about it, as Berry will try and reset here with Corrales at the plate. She will deliver, and that is popped up to the first base side, and the play will be made by the second baseman, number 28, Trump, as that will be the 3rd out of the inning. And we actually, home plate umpire has made a signal for everybody to get back out onto the field. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Both coaches asking for an explanation. Coach Berry is not happy, as everybody will return back to their original positions. Like I said, I am not sure what happened. I don't know if it was an illegal pitch or what. But the play was clearly made by the second baseman on the pop-out for the 3rd out of the inning, but I guess we will do it again. Corrales digs back in. 2 outs. The base is loaded. Come across for a strike. That ball is fouled off. Folks, I got to be honest, I'm really not sure what is happening here, because Sutton is up at the plate. She lines one back to the pitcher, Berry, who will make the play over to the first baseman. I'm not sure if a run came across or what exactly happened. We will ask for clarification here and let you know as soon as we return from break. But nevertheless, we will move to the top half of the 5th inning with the score, I believe, still tied at 1-1. Like I said, a very confusing play out here at the Arc, but you are watching live softball on RideRangersRide.com. And after further examination here out in center field, we have determined that it was a catcher's interference call on the hitter, Corrales. So that, in fact, scored Kirk. So although it doesn't show it on your scoreboard, I'm assuming they're having some issues with the official statting of that call. The score is now 2-1 as Northwestern has taken the lead. Once again, Corrales got the catcher's interference call when she had that pop-up by the second baseman. That scored Kirk and put her on first, which drew up Sutton, who grounded out to the pitcher for the 3rd out of the inning. Just for a little bit of clarification there, it was a confusing play. But the Rangers will take the 2-1 advantage as we get started here in the top half of the 5th with Kendall Pirtle, the center fielder, number 2. Set to go here Murray delivers, and that ball is chopped right back to her as she will make the play over to Madison Parrott for her 5th consecutive first batter out of the game. She is moving quickly and efficiently once again here for the Rangers. Pick up her 2nd win of the series as the Rangers are looking to move ahead in the series and secure a series victory. They lead 2-1 in the top half of the 5th. Murray will deliver to the designated player number 40, Katie Carney. Now it looks like we have officially got the correct score on the scoreboard as there was mass confusion around the arc. There is, in fact, 2-1 as Murray will deliver, and that ball is poked down the first base line and foul as the right fielder Macy Madewell will not be able to contend with the fence to make that play. Check the home plate umpire to see what the count is. As like I said, there was, understandably so, some mass confusion down in the press box here at the Alvarette Complex as the count is 1-1. Plate umpire as Murray will deliver, and that ball is chopped foul. It is snagged by Corrales, the third baseman, but in foul territory. Moving the count to 1-2, Murray will be looking to retire her 2nd batter of the inning. Designated player Katie Carney as she will get the signal from the catcher Estes. Wind, deliver. That ball is hit hard to right field, but the play will be made by number 7, Macy Madewell, and that is the 2nd out of the inning as we will go back to the top half of the lineup for the Bisons. Number 28, the second baseman, Maddie Trump, will step in. Trump, the senior in the lineup today for the Bisons. Trenton, Missouri, a transfer from North Central Missouri College. Murray will deliver first pitch ball outside. Nice stop by Estes. Trump from the leadoff role is hitting .293, appearing and starting in all 50 games. She has scored a team-high 30 runs so far from her leadoff role. So 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. A catcher's interference call drove in the run back in the bottom half of the 4th. Morgan Kirk came around to score and broke the 1-1 tie. Murray delivers and it is shot right back up her leg. Katie Bell will make the play, will collect the ball at second, but is unable to make the play. I thought she was going to try and go for it. Turns out she didn't, as the ball went right between Murray's legs and slowed it down just enough to where Bell didn't have enough time to make the play at first base. That will be a 2-out infield single for Maddie Trump. That will bring up the right fielder, Peyton Mills, who flew out to center field in the 3rd and advanced to first by way of a walk back in the 1st. Two outs here in the top half of the 5th. Murray will deliver to the left-handed Mills outside. Northwestern, like I said, looking to pick up their 3rd win of the season, of the series, as they picked up both games yesterday by final scores of 4-0 and 2-1. Murray will deliver here, and that ball is poked into left field, and that one is out of here. That ball did not look like it was hit very hard, but it got up in the alva wind and sailed. 2-run shot by Peyton Mills. Oh, how the tides have turned here at the arc as Harding jumps ahead in this one 3-2. Thanks to the home run from Peyton Mills over the left field fence. Our 3rd home run of the afternoon. Difference being that one was a 2-run shot after Matty Trump got on with a single. And all of a sudden here in the top half of the fifth, the Rangers are down 3-2. They find themselves trailing for the first time in this series throughout the three games. While Briley Faringa, number 12, the catcher, will step in and take a first pitch strike. Carly Murray will look to settle down here at the Alva Recreational Complex, showing a little bit of frustration. Low and inside for ball number 1 as the count evens at 1-1. That one is chopped over to the shortstop, Sutton, who takes the bat hop, turns and throws to Matty Parrott, and that will be the third out of the inning, but not before the damage is done. As Harding, a 2-run shot from the right fielder, number 7, Peyton Mills, over the left field fence, puts the Bisons ahead 3-2 as we will move to the bottom half of the fifth inning here in Game 1 of doubleheader action between Northwestern and the Harding Bisons. You're watching live Rangers softball on the Rangers Sports Network. And we move to the bottom half of the fifth inning as McGraw, Madewell, and Estes are set to go here for the Rangers, who now find themselves trailing for the first time in this series as Peyton Mills had a 2-run home run just a few minutes ago that, I got to say, was not a very hard hit ball, but it got up in the Alva wind and just kind of sailed over the left field fence. And this is a new ball game. Once again, the score is 3-2. On your screen it says 2-1, but I think we're having some issues with maybe the statting inside the press box. So that is a hard hit ball right to the shortstop. 24, Leggett, who will make the play on a hard hit ball by McGraw, who leads off this bottom half of the fifth inning with a 6-3 putout, bringing up Macy Madewell here with 1 out as the Rangers will look to tie things up here against the Harding Bisons. Madewell digs in against the Harding starter Amanda Berry, who has been pretty productive so far. That one is hit well, but caught by the center fielder, Hurdle, for the second out of the inning. Find themselves with 2 outs here as senior Audrey Estes had a single back in the second. Rounded out to the third baseman an inning ago in the fourth. At 1 for 2 on the day, she will dig in and stare down the starter Amanda Berry, who delivers high and outside for ball number 1. One for 4 yesterday. Second pitch for a strike is out to 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the fifth. Score 3-2 in favor of the Harding Bisons as that ball is hit out to right field. And the play will be made by the right fielder number 7, Mills, who put the Bisons ahead with a 2-run shot. Of course, remains 3-2 after the bottom half of the 5th. We move to the 6th inning. You're watching live Rangers softball on the Ranger Sports Network. And welcome back here to the Alva Rec Complex as Leggett, Fields, and Gordon are the 3 batters that we are set to face. Top half of the 6th inning, Harding with a 3-2 advantage. After a 2-run shot to left field by Peyton Mills, they will look to extend that lead as Ranger starter Carly Murray delivers a first pitch strike to Leggett. We are underway here in the 6th. The Rangers ahead in the series 2-0. They won both games yesterday by finals of 4-0 and 2-1. Murray delivers the second pitch and swung on and missed for strike number 2. As they battle to keep their Great American Conference postseason hopes alive, they will need to sweep and have help from the East Central Tigers, who are set to get their series underway today. We will provide you updates as they are given. That is in there for strike number 3. Carly Murray strikes out Madison Leggett, a delayed call from the home plate umpire. But nonetheless, that will be Murray's 3rd strikeout of the afternoon and the first out of the top half of the 6th inning. Amanda Fields, number 11, the first baseman, will now step in plate twice and get set as Murray rocks and delivers, and that ball is hit down the first base line, but that is caught. Excuse me, I couldn't see from my angle. That ball is caught by the right fielder Macy Madewell for the second out of the inning. Sign put out of Amanda Fields, bringing up Caitlin Gordon, trying to get things going here for the Bisons in the top half of the 6th, as Murray has continued to work quickly as that ball is fouled off. Or no, excuse me, that ball hits Gordon. She will trot down to first base. First base runner of this 6th inning. Murray got the first 2 outs pretty quickly as Leggett struck out and Fields flew out to right field. That will be a hit by pitch on the third baseman, Caitlin Gordon. Her at first with Aiden Nichols, number 14, the right fielder, at the plate as she squares to bunt. And Gordon will steal second as the throw down is not in time and a little off target. That will put a runner in scoring position with the Bisons up 3-2. Count sets at 1-0. We'll see if Coach Barry wants to go back to the bunt here. I doubt he will, and he doesn't. And that ball is dribbled back to the second baseman, Bell, who turns and makes the play over to the first baseman for the third out of the inning. And Murray survives the hit by a pitch with 2 outs as we will move to the bottom half of the sixth. The Rangers looking to tie things up as they trail 3-2. You're watching live Rangers softball on the Rangers Sports Network. And Coach Phil Berry will turn to Emma Dwyer here in the bottom half of the sixth inning to face off with Kirk Bell and Garrett. Come on in relief of Amanda Berry, the starter who threw a solid 5 full innings. Now, Emma Dwyer, the freshman out of Danville, Indiana, 5'8" right-hander who has had 32 appearances throughout the season. She enters today with a win-loss record of 11-9 and has thrown 100 innings pitched, given up 123 hits, surrendered 55 runs, 47 of those being earned, 28 walks, striking out 59 batters, allowing 14 doubles and a team-high 9 home runs as batters are hitting 304 off of the freshman righty. She gets to work here against Morgan Kirk, who will pop one foul just out of play down the first base line. Morgan Kirk had a sacrifice bunt in the second, got on and scored in the fourth. Runner that came across when Brittany Corrales had the catcher's interference call that scored her with the bases loaded. Interesting call here at the Arc back in the fourth. Set as Dwyer delivers and swung on and missed. Now finds herself down with 2 strikes. Looking to get things going, I just want to make a mention that our live stats are down right now. So the score is in fact 3-2 in favor of Harding. Peyton Mills put them ahead with a 2-run homer over the left field fence as Kirk will face off with Dwyer here as the pitch is delivered outside for a ball. Dwyer came on in relief of Berry. First batter she will face off with. Kirk finds herself down with 2 strikes, trying to battle and stay alive against the right-hander Emma Dwyer. Deliver. That ball is caught in foul territory by the catcher, Ringa, for the first out of the inning, bringing up the senior number 10 second baseman Katie Bell. She made it all the way to third base back in the fourth inning and grounded out to the third baseman in the second. Got on by way of a walk in the fourth. She will dig in here, face off against Dwyer as the Rangers trail 3-2 here at the Alva Recreational Complex. Relief pitcher Dwyer here digs in, takes the signal, rocks and fires. Swung on and missed. A hard swing by Bell. look to, like I said, the live stats are down, so we will look to get the count from our umpire. May not make a mention of it. Looks like he won't. So Dwyer will deliver. Ball is high and outside for a ball. And Bell will stay alive. Dwyer, the freshman, takes a signal and delivers, and that ball is fouled off behind the plate towards the Harding faithful on the right side of the box behind home plate here at the Alva Recreational Complex. Just an absolutely gorgeous day here in Alva as the Rangers trail the Harding Bisons by a score of 3-2. Katie Bell up here with one out in the bottom half of the sixth as she hits that ball high and foul, keeping the count even at 2-2. We're on Senior Day as we honor 9 seniors who have all made their contributions to the Rangers softball program. Head coach Jill Webb and her staff doing a phenomenal job out here at the Arc as seniors got to paint their trail and chalk up here as Bell will line one into left center. That will get down in front of the center fielder number 2, Pirtle, and Bell gets a 1-out single. The first base runner of the inning as the Rangers now have the tying run aboard here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. While senior Peyton Garrett, number 2, the left fielder, steps in. So runner on first, Katie Bell with the 1-out single, Peyton Garrett at the plate. She will take that one in there for a strike. Looked a little low from out here in center field, but nonetheless, I am not wearing a blue shirt this afternoon. Like I mentioned earlier, the head coach Jill Webb and her staff did a phenomenal job with the seniors. They got to paint and chalk the walkway here up to the Alva Rec Complex. Plus, there are some pictures hung of them on the dugout as that gets in there for another called strike. Of the 9 seniors on the back of the dugout, and obviously the pregame ceremonies were nice as well as each senior was honored for their contributions to the program. But as we move back to softball, the Bison maintain a 3-2 lead on the Rangers as swung on and miss strike, and then a throw over to first, and Katie Bell is picked off on the double play as the catcher Faringa throws it over to the first baseman Fields, and she makes the tag on Bell, who is picked off for the 3rd out of the inning. And the 1-out single for Bell does no good as we move to the top half of the 7th inning with Harding ahead 3-2 here at the Alva Rec Complex. You are watching live Rangers softball on RideRangersRide.com. And we welcome you back here to the Alva Rec Complex. Like I mentioned, they're having some troubles with our live stats, so you'll no longer be seeing a scoreboard on your television or computer or phone, I guess, screen. So I will try and keep you updated as much as possible here on the score, as it is 3-2 in favor of Harding. And the top half of the 7th inning, Pirtle, Kearney, and Trump are due up here against the Rangers starter, Carly Murray, who comes back out for her 7th inning of work. First pitch of the at-bat to Pirtle, just a bit outside for ball number 1. As we have had 3 home runs today combined between the two teams. Brittany Corrales got things started in the bottom half of the first with a solo shot over the left field fence, which was not answered until the top half of the third by Briley Faringa of Harding, who had a solo shot of her own. And then we had an interesting call back in the 4th inning with the bases loaded. Brittany Corrales of Northwestern looked like she popped up to the second baseman, but in fact there was a catcher's interference call. So we reset, and Morgan Kirk trotted around to score to give the Rangers the 2-1 advantage after the 4th. That did not last long, as in the top of the 5th, Peyton Mills, the right fielder, number 7 for Harding, hit a 2-run home run to left field to bring us to our score of 3-2 here. Get back to the action. Off hitter Pirtle. And the count 3-1 here against Carly Murray. She will be looking to draw a leadoff walk. That one gets in there on the outside corner. Another generous call by the home plate umpire, but nevertheless, it will be a full count 3-2 to Kendall Pirtle. Like many of these young Bisons, a freshman out of Bixby, Oklahoma, Bixby High School product, as that ball is lined into center field, and a diving catch by Madison McGraw, her second Sports Center top 10 catch of the afternoon. Her first one came along the center field wall that I did not get a very good view of, but that one I did, and that was an outstanding one-handed diving catch for the first out of the inning. Madison McGraw showing her defensive prowess here on Senior Day in Alva. Nice catch to retire Pirtle. That will bring up the designated player number 40, Katie Kearney. Takes a first pitch strike, a little high, but in there. As Murray will look to retire these last two batters, and give Northwestern a chance to tie or take the lead in the bottom half of the 7th. She will wind and deliver. That one is fouled off as Kearney was a bit late there on the fastball from Murray. Our score remains 3-2 as Madison McGraw, with an unbelievable catch in left center field, steal a hit from the Bisons. The second hit she has stolen. That one misses just a bit outside as Estes has to get off her knee to go make that one, go make the play on that. Reset here with Kearney at the plate. Murray has worked well. It's just that the 2 home runs she's given up have really done their damage. That ball is hit over to the third baseman, who will commit the error on the play. That is Brittany Corrales. I believe that will be scored as an error. The official head shake from my partner in crime, Jay Barlett, that will be an error. So Kearney will get on with 1 out. So Kearney will stand at first. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come in for the designated player. Go back to the top half of the Bison's lineup. Maddie Trump, number 28, the second baseman, will step in. She has 1 hit on the afternoon. Back in the 5th inning, she had a single and then scored on the Peyton Mills home run. She lined out to left field in the 3rd and then grounded out to short in the 1st. So she is run on the day. It's a team with 31 runs so far this season, including that one that was a tying run, and then Mills came around for the go-ahead run, bringing us to our score of 3-2. Murray delivers inside, nearly catches Trump, but she avoids it, and the count moves to 1-0. Everybody will reset. We have one out. We're in the top half of the seventh inning. Murray trying to get the Rangers into the dugout to give them a chance to tie this thing up as they trail 3-2. That ball is hit out over the shortstop's head, and it will be into left field as Garrett makes the play and throws it in, keeping the runner at first base. The wind, once that ball gets up there, the wind doesn't seem to be blowing that hard here at the arc, but once it gets up there, there is an adjustment period that needs to be made. These outfielders have made some pretty good plays throughout the afternoon. That brings up Peyton Mills, who, like I said, gave Harding the advantage with a 2-run home run on the opposite field, homer to left field, as she squares the bunt, and the runner goes, and the throw down is not in time. Runner at first, who was a pinch runner for Kearney. I'm trying to see the number. I believe that is 00, Lindsey Duncan. So Lindsey Duncan pinch ran for Katie Kearney, who advanced to first on the error by Brittany Corrales, and she is now stolen second. So we will have a Harding base runner in scoring position to Peyton Mills, who entered the series with a .358 batting average, near the tops in the Great American Conference. Hit her 10th home run of the season, a 2-run shot back in the fifth to give them the advantage. Murray, gets that one in there for a strike. Estes will come out to have a meeting with her starting pitcher, Murray. As they will look to get back on the same page with their signs. Had a little trouble with that as well yesterday. So the count is at 1 ball, 2 strikes against Mills. This would be huge here if Murray could get Harding's best hitter, and that is a strike. The count was 2-1. Now it evens up at 2-2 against Mills. So a big pitch here at the Arc on Senior Day. The Rangers trail 3-2, trying to ensure a win in the series after taking both games yesterday. A runner is in scoring position as Murray delivers. Swung on and missed, and that is a strike 3, a huge strikeout for Carly Murray on a great outing once again for the junior from Hinton, Oklahoma, as the Rangers will have to score at least 1 to keep this game alive as we move to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Here in Alva, the Harding Bisons ahead 3-2. You're watching live softball on RideRangersRide.com. So it will be do or die here for the Rangers as they trail by 1 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The top of their lineup, Parrott, Corrales, and Sutton will get things started. They face off against the relief pitcher Emma Dwyer for Harding. Step in and take the first pitch of the at-bat, low and outside for ball number 1. As you can see, we have got our live stats figured out as that is a line shot to the third baseman, but it is caught by Gordon for the first out of the at-bat. That was a hard hit ball. It was unfortunate that it was right to the third baseman, Gordon. That will be the first out, and the Rangers have just 2 outs here to get a run across before they surrender their first game to the Harding Bisons. As Brittany Corrales, who has gotten on base all 3 times here, home run back in the first, walking in the third, and then advancing on a catcher's interference call in the fourth, which ultimately scored a run to Morgan Kirk across the plate, which at the time gave the Rangers a 2-run advantage, which has since been turned around into a 1-run disadvantage thanks to a Peyton Mills 2-run home run. Stage here for the Rangers in the bottom half of the 7th to score at least 1 to stay alive and assure a victory in the series. They can do no worse than a split, having won both games yesterday. With their Great American Conference postseason hopes in trouble here, as they must sweep the Bisons, as that is a hard hit ball high above the arc. And eventually, the number 14, the left fielder Nichols, will come in and make the play for the second out of the inning. And it's quickly 2 outs, as Jordan Sutton will now be the last hope for the Rangers. Number 4, shortstop, will dig in here against Emma Dwyer. Came on in relief of starter Amanda Berry. Head coach Phil Berry using 3 different pitchers so far throughout the series. Showing off a little bit of depth in the pen, as that one is outside for ball number 1. Off-speed pitch there for Dwyer. Counts 1-0, Jordan Sutton at the plate, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Rangers trail 3-2 to ensure a victory in the series, but they're going to need something spectacular to happen here. Dwyer misses low and inside to Sutton. She moves ahead in the count 2-0. Rangers have put together 6 hits so far this afternoon. They're on 2 walks, as that one is fouled off. Will stand as the first strike of the at-bat as the count moves 2-1. Top half of the Ranger order stepped up here in the bottom half of the 7th, but Maddie Parrott and Brittany Corrales have both put balls in play, but were eventually caught by the Harding Bison's defense for the first 2 outs of the inning. As Dwyer will rock and fire in there for called strike 2 as the count evens at 2-2. Sutton jumped ahead in the count 2-0, but a foul ball, and then that called strike you just saw has brought the count even at 2-2 as she will step back in here. Emma Dwyer, the pitcher, trying to close the door on the Rangers. She will deliver, and that ball is fouled off, and Sutton stays alive. Beautiful day for softball here at the Arc. Decent crowd. Looking to see some spectacularness from the Rangers here as they trail just 1 run in the bottom half of the 7th, 3-2. That is swung on and missed, and that will do it as the Harding Bisons will take game number 3 by a final score of 3-2. That 2-run home run by Peyton Mills ended up being the deciding factor, and then Emma Dwyer coming in relief of Amanda Berry closed the door on the Rangers, as Northwestern will still hold the advantage moving into the 4th and final game of the series. Ahead 2-1, they will be looking to take that series victory in the final game of the year, which will officially be the final game now, as the Rangers' playoff hopes have come to an end at the Alva Recreational Complex, but still a lot to play for. A victory in the final series of the season is always important, plus sending out these 9 seniors that have meant so much to this program will also be important. You can catch that game right here in about 30 minutes live on RideRangersRide.com. I am Ryan Shoemaker with Ranger Athletics. I will return here in about half an hour for our fourth and final game between the Harding Bisons and the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers. Harding taking game number 1 of the day, 3-2. You are watching Ranger Softball live on RideRangersRide.com.